Well, welcome everyone once again to this space here with us at Earth Peoples United, and we're so grateful to gather on this day. Today we're going to be hearing from Tat Erick, and grandfathers here in our circle. I know that Vern Williams is going to share, and that the talking stick will be passed. So just many thanks for each of you gathering with us today. This solstice is happening at a really special time. Every moment in time is special, but right now we are, as human beings and as part of this Mother Earth, in this process of alignment in our cosmos and part of a greater 20-year cycle, but in this particular place in the universe and in our own time and space, it has been a very long time, thousands of years. So it's incredibly powerful to live into this moment and join with all of our presence and our heart and our breath and our essence to really offer that rakush forward with each other in this prayer for transformation and this portal of, well, it's a portal of empowerment. And we have the choice here to really bring together our energies and choose to be empowered and empower each other and the collective that we are connected to now and always. We know so many of our relatives are either having gatherings right now or throughout the day or tomorrow. And as all of us here on Earth are in our waking or dreaming or consciousness or unconsciousness, we're all in this together. So let us really bring forward energy from this call connected to so many other circles and in loving benefit. And with that, I'm just so grateful to you, Tat Erick, for the space that you hold for us and the ripples that are created on this lake of creation here. We get to all really be in the perspective of the work that you share in the world and how it lights our life. So thank you for guiding us in the prayer today to honor this winter solstice. And I don't really have anything more to say other than thank you all for being here and many blessings. Aho.
Eddie, you want to share something?
Just want to say good morning to everyone, and beautiful to see the circle of people, loved ones gathered together, and this beautiful sacred time. And I'm just feeling overwhelming just gratitude for this portal time and all that's happening, and the challenges and the blessing, but the great opportunities that we are sitting inside of at this time, and echo the gratitude for all the different prayers happening in many places today to anchor in those energies, and the different elders and people that have been talking about this time, pretty amazingly potent, and just always so beautiful to see and hear and feel the collective experience. And, you know, even just knowing that it's all happening simultaneously is super powerful. So just grateful, and thank you so much for everyone joining and anyone that might be listening to this recording later. And gratitude for the medicine being shared at this time. So,
Good day to you, all my relations. Giving thanks for this, each breath we take. Giving thanks that it brought us this far. Some of us here, we've been walking this way, little ways, you know, and taking on the previous elders who walked, did their best, you know, and share what they could and gave a lot of love and intention. And so I think that's why all of us here learning, preparing, aligning ourselves, you know, with this movement of the times, shift of the eras we've been saying for a while. consciousness to come up and to reunite. And this is, they said, planets are coming together, you know, they're joining, and some things that they've been in conflict. And sure, we're feeling it, you know, it's tearing us up, backwards, forward, inside, out. I mean, and there's a lot to handle, not just physical things, you know, but mental. The chaos of the mind of the collective is running every which way, and you know, and the messages are of all kinds of things. Stay here, go there, do that, everything at the same time. It's a little crazy. So we're trying to look forward to the unification of ourselves, so that we know that somewhere along this Mother Earth, like today, tomorrow, day after, the people have been focusing that something is very powerful happening, and that we're all feeling it, recognizing it, and some of these things will not happen 20, 30 years ago. You know, it's just a few people doing this. Now the societies are being created, people uniting, people helping to uplift each other and to share the, you know, what messages, what sacredness are you connecting in your neck of the woods? How are you becoming through the vortex? You know, how do you get into the labyrinth? What is it that is in the code for you that you can share with everybody? So today, I'm gonna focus on the breath. What is it, you know, that we're here for? It's coming clear and clear that it's more than just getting a job and paying the bills and making it through another day or decade or century. This is real stuff about who survives, who doesn't. This is beautiful things about the evolution, that what are we learning? These lessons, it's like, wow, can I learn these things in time? Can I really show up with all my mistakes, all my humanity, but all my gifts? And so I wanted to say thank you, each and one of you, for, you know, the beautiful years and the great journey we've taken. It's been beautiful. It's been incredible. With the things we witnessed, it's like, wow. You know, it makes it a nice, nice day to sit at the end of the day, drink some chocolate by the fire, say thank you, Creator, for this, you know. Yeah, it was full. There was not much missing on this journey, right? And so we want to, as we start, you know, I would like to ask my brother here, Vern, thank you for, when I called, you know, says, yeah, man, I'll be there, you know, that we can sing song, you know, and maybe a little share from you, Vern, as I'm gonna share this pipe. And all of us pray, you know, collective, like injecting our essence into the matrix, into the collective consciousness with all that we have. We talk at the same time. You know, the song will be going on, the prayer, the pipe will be going on. If you have much where you are or your pipe is ready, send it. This is the time when we unify. This is the time when we are here present to share that which is sacred inside of us, that which we are experiencing, that which is moving us with love and gratitude and this immense power coming through us. I know yesterday I was going through this powers for things like, wow, holy moly, how, you know, how many phases and dialogue can I have at the same time? You know, it's like, whoa, like how many of you are you? Just let me be one, you know. But no, there's like a bunch of them, you know. And so may this prayer continues to guide us, you know, like the old one said, keep paddling. Keep paddling, you know, there'll be the slow waters. We gotta push harder. There'll be those fast waters where we gotta just hold on, hang on, right? Hang on, because it's coming. It's flowing and we can't stop it. We can just find a way to enjoy, to add to the circle of life, you know, because it is our life, you know, like, again, you know, we're preparing for some ceremonies and the requests have been made. This unification is being created. And yeah, it's not easy in that we're doing. And so adding to this web of life, adding with our love to all our relations. We pray, we give thanks. You know, they say when everything goes to, like the tornadoes being thrown all over the place, is find gratitude. Start from the number one place, Mateo Shaweh. You hear us all the time in our prayers. We start, Mateo Shaweh, thank you. So many thank you. You know, Mateo Shaweh is like so grateful. You know, and then we start with the whole prayers of long stories. Those who breathe into this web to give us life, those who structure it, those who moved it, those who danced it, those who made colors, those who brought the essence to unify, those who create and hold the sacred mountains, and so forth and so forth. That is the power that we would like to find and to search for the alignment. How is it that we align with this? What is it that I have to add to this beautiful circle? So each breath is this medicine, is the intention. The breath out is being done, it's being crystallized, it's being given back. Tree Nation, thank you for this breath. Thank you for the medicine. Thank you for the food, the shelter, for the weather, for the temperature, for your flowers, for the beautiful fruit of life. Breathe back to you my gratitude, my essence. And we've learned now to leave our saliva. Maybe put the saliva on a little leaf or stone and leave it to the tree, or kiss the tree and leave your saliva there. It is your code. It is what identify us with the network. And there's millions of networks. How many networks we want to connect today? We know there's people all over in Australia and others are sending messages all day long, all this long about the unification of our minds. Many are now made the pilgrimage to Teotihuacan or Chichen Itza or other places to plea. I'm pleading with Creator. Creator, can you listen, please? Can you see us? Can you feel us? Some of us, we have inherited these ways from thousands of generations who forgot, who didn't, you know, and some was interfered by. But we're here, finding our way to this circle of life, what we know when we draw the canil. One great circle with millions and millions of networks. Everything talking, everything communicating. So when we blow this whistle and we hear those songs and we share that smoke, little saliva is in that smoke, picking up every essence of me. Send it out to you, send it out to all our relations. And together, let's make a strong wave. What is it? We've been in those sacred mountains and the sacred fires in the sweat lodges, kivas, tipis, taking medicine to dissolve, to, you know, and some of us might take even more work, more shining and polishing and, you know, and lots of learning more to come. So thank you for the beauty. Thank you for this medicine. And Vern, if you want to share a little bit, you know, and thank you so much for feeling the strength of our brotherhood here, you know, and Patricio there too, man. You know, and Yellow Robe and all of our sisters here. It's like, wow. My wife, my sister there, my elders, two of my daughters. What a blessed way to be here. You know, so may this smoke reach into the space of spirits. May we connect, and all of us send that prayer, as you know, and together we'll do this, you know. So, okay, right?
Good morning to you all in Hawa. And everything's led to these moments again of all the teachings that you have shared, and everybody that's connected with each and every one of us have added to our strengths, and we add to each other's strengths. And all of this training we've been doing is the things we have been doing as people and individuals all our lives has been preparing us for these moments that are coming. And a lot of that is connected to a lot of what people call land-based healing. So you've always been going that route. And a lot of us are at the age where we know how it is to be without all what we call essentials now, like this internet, having to go get our water, having to go get our wood, and having to go get our plants. And we have that knowledge, and our younger ones are hungry for that. And so if you'll notice all the land-based healing camps that are coming up for our families and our youth, it's incredible how many of them are involved and thriving in that situation. It's up to us to bring that forward instead of pointing fingers, because that has never done anything but hold us back. And again, that's the beauty of us, is we've always gone forward, invited the people, and shared with the people. Those that inquired got involved. And that's the way it'll always work, is that we have to put ourselves out forward and learn to quit questioning, why me? There's a reason we are given these things. It's because of, when we're younger, we always question why me. But I'm saying everyone, but that was me. And I understand now from all the elders, the affirmation that is the strength in a lot of us is gift from Creator. And it's a strength everybody sees in us. And it's a strength that people are drawn to. And so that responsibility of walking a path they can understand, and being able to take the teasing, being able to take the praise and stay on that balance has always been a struggle for people as we walk forward. And in these moments right now, I understand how much we need each other, especially our young ones. They're struggling right now. And like, I just brushed my son off, and he lost one of his friends. He killed himself last night. He is from Alberta. He grew up with him. He's from a young man that latched on to him because he felt secure around my son. But again, this here is a strength to pull people in, to give them an understanding of giving thanks, being grateful that we are here, that we have all struggled, that we've had to all overcome some incredible obstacles to be here in this moment. And we've had people that have stepped up for us, and all that they believed in us is coming out in those of us who have stuck to the path and not walked away. And that's not always easy to stay on that path, but we have support, we have Creator, we have this earth. And again, I keep going back to that land-based healing, because again, we all understand the strength of that. And I thank the Creator for this wonderful day and all of you. And I'll do the prayer song of the bear healing. It just wants to come out. I'm trying to feel and hear which one wants to come out. It was just, but prayer healing for one. So I put my prayers out to the earth, to those struggling. We do have the plants. We do have the things to clear our lungs. The earth's lungs will all stand up again and unite. People were standing with us. This earth was healing itself, and that can and will happen again. So here I'll sing the bear healing song for you all.
Kushka, Kushulev, Kushka, Kushka, Kushya, Kushka.
Kitang istudiat lahat sang hinangat, dalatang pinagunisi Creator for this day.
How, Vern? So beautiful to hear that song and you being present. Takes me back to all how many many's, you know, we watch the sunrise, sing to Creator, give thanks for life, dance along the lakes, up in Mosquito Lake, Guatemala, Atitlán, that song and Teoshabach over there, and Patiapa, the roundhouse, the Maloca, taking me back to all those moments in which we find ourselves now and living in prophecy. Creator, to you, life giver, to you, the heart of heaven, heart of the earth, heart of this sacred fire, heart of those mountains of this earth, heart of the fires of life here, connecting to you, the heart of the water, sacred Chakmol, to the heart of the winds, bringing those 7 spiritual forces into this world, to birth our children, birth our ideas, birth our coming home again. The place of oneness, place of wholeness, place of peace, harmony, place of beautifying ourselves and that which surrounds us. Places we find our home, find ourselves. May we be the beacon of light, be that force of unity, be those feelings that this we must override. We must keep paddling for our children's gift for life. Thank you, Creator, to you, beautiful Mother Earth, who've given us such a beauty. Wow. To see your paintings in the morning, in the evenings, Creator. To hear the waves blessing the earth, dancing with the earth. To see the people dancing in the trees, singing each morning, each evening. Saying thank you, sending my boys out. To see the gathering of our great nations across the tundra, savanna, across the mountains, down to the great plains, to winter. All the people gathering on the sacred rivers to talk about the great visions and where they've been throughout the winters, all the summer, and since the last they gathered. The gathering of the elders of the eagles. Few places they gathered to counsel, as we have done. We have counseled, we have prayed, we have lit those fires, hope of unity, the doctrine, the healing, to light the fires of consciousness, to create an evolution for us, Creator. Thank you for that opportunity, Grandfather Fire, to give us that light, the warmth, and those instructions to not only adapt to this physical, but to the spiritual, to allow our spirit to come through and emerge as this beautiful tree of life. Thank you to you, the breaths of the 7 rays of light, the 7 circles of the oneness in each other. May those spiritual forces unite inside of us, with each other, with all our relations, as we breathe in the life force, as we become the floating feather coming down from the sky to bless the earth. Thank you, Creator, for the many times we got to the Rukush, to the essence. We got to see and pick its beauty. And so we give thanks on this day as we unite the efforts of many humanity, many humans who care, who want to evolve, wants to see the earth clean and pure and beautiful and at peace, want to reclaim our wildness, our beauty, our oneness here, spiritual ways with the land, with the fire, the air, the water, with each other, with all our relations, Creator. This we request today as many see the great messages from our ancestors, the elders in the sky, sharing with us the alignments of what we must do, the map of what we must follow. Unification. Oh, Mateo, he said. Oh, Mateo. Mateo Shaway ni malach katit kamama. Sending this prayer to all our relations to be strong, to go through these moments, to find ways to unify and support each other, to bless each other, to see each other's beauty, to teach each other, to show the way from our beautiful elders here. Thank you for those ishtud, the chanupas, the drum, the rattles, the instruments in which we can express ourselves through sound, through using fire, eating fire, breathing fire, becoming fire, being the water, to share this message all around. So this is our journey through this beautiful world, Creator. May someday we lay our bodies to the earth and be grateful for this journey that we have come. For all those who are having a hard time, Creator, that you may bless them, bless us, guide us. Thank you for the brushing off, the father to son, from daughter to father, from wife to husband, to brother, sister to sister, to all there is, Creator. Each other, brush each other with love, prayers. Thank you again for this beauty. We know we have a lot of elders here. Ready to turn it back to you. And thank you. We'll have a little more smoke and see what else needs to happen here in this beauty way. And sending this beauty a big hug and love, prayers. All of us making all these great sounds will be heard all around through all the dimensions. This is our prayer. And we put those staffs, move them forward, smoke the pipe, send it out, all the essence everywhere, every molecular. It's not forgotten. Mateo Shaway.
Yes, that. However, thank you so much for your songs and that medicine that comes through in that way. And I'd like to ask Don Patricio, if you'd like to share something at this time. Thank you for being with us. You're still muted.
Yay. Boy, that was tricky. The mouse froze up, so I had to find a quick way to unmute using the keyboard, and took a moment to figure out how to do that. But that's the way it goes. You know, when you have to step up, you do whatever it takes to do it, and I guess that's the challenge of life, and that's probably the challenge that we're facing today. Trying to figure out how to step up to do the things that we need to do. And it's interesting being an elder because people look to you for guidance. And most of the time, you're just an ordinary being, and you have to find that extraordinariness in yourself to be that special being, the guide, the person that has the answers or can direct. And we just have to do it. Just reach into ourselves and and let that cosmic that is within us, the cosmic consciousness that we all possess, but not all of us have learned to release, because it is the one, that consciousness is the one that really is the true guide. It is expressed through these bodies, through these minds, and it can lead, if only we can learn to get out of the way and let it do what it needs to do. It was an interesting discovery this morning. Somebody sent me a message and said, type these words into your Google search and see what happens. And the thing that they wanted me to type in was the center of the universe. So I typed in the center of the universe. And what came back was absolutely startling. Apparently Google, for some reason beyond our control, or beyond my control, has decided that Albuquerque is the center of the universe. You can't make that stuff up. You just can't. So as if I didn't have enough on my shoulders, now I have to come from the center of the universe and represent that. And it's like, oh my God, I'm having enough trouble just trying to be Don Patricio. Now I'm part of the center of the universe. Oh my God, what are they going to throw on me next? Of course, the answer is, doesn't matter. Reach into that, let that cosmic consciousness just come out and share what it needs to share, because it will be the guide, and this body, this mind, just have to get out of the way and let whatever needs to come through. Today is a really special day for me. It's going to be a very long day. In fact, right after this meeting, I'm going to go to the bedroom and take a nap, because at 4 o'clock today, we're going to start the ceremonies for the solstice. This situation here reminds me of something that we did, 20 some odd years ago. I believe it was about 1996 or something, or in the mid 90s. We kept talking about a shift of the age, and I would go on and write these wonderful stories and talk to whoever would listen about how we had to close down the old age and say prayers to open up the new age. And if we did it right, if we did a beautiful job of closing down the old age and saying strong prayers and opening the new age, we would move from an age that was failing into an age that would be blossoming. So I'm going to apply that same concept to the solstice. We are obviously right now in a season that has been extremely challenging, extremely difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm gathering all of my closest people, my students specifically, and we're going to go into prayer at 4 o'clock, and we're going to say prayers to beautifully, gently, and in a good way close this season. And then we're going to start praying for the new season at 3 o'clock, at 3 a.m., December 21st. We're going to say prayers to open the new year, because that's the way I see it, that when the sun starts coming back to the northern hemisphere, we are starting a new year. So I'm going to say prayers from the moment that the sun begins its return to bring it back in a very, very good way, so that it's this new season will be opened in a beautiful way with prayer and ceremony, and it will hopefully bring forth blessings that will be much stronger, much better than what we had in the previous season. So this is going to be a really, really interesting. We've never done this before, because now, all my students are going to they're going to have to fill the gap. I cannot pray from 4 o'clock to 3 a.m. by myself. So they're going to have to step up. They're going to have to sing songs. They're going to have to say prayers. They're going to have to tell stories. They're going to have to do a lot of work between now and 3 a.m. tomorrow. And of course, the firekeeper is going to have to build a nice fire, keep it going, because at 3 a.m., we're going to actually do our season opening prayers inside of the sweat lodge. Part of the plan. We are going to die to the old age. We're going to die in the old age. We're going to go into the sweat lodge, and we're going to be born brand new, fresh. When we come out of that sweat lodge, we will be born new people with a new season, hopefully with a new consciousness that is infused with the ideas of a better, more harmonious, more spiritual, more awake world, more awake consciousness, more awake season. And this is the plan. Maybe at another talk, I'll tell you how it went, although you can help us do it too. You can be part of that by just adding your prayers to it and being part of that process, and help my people and I do a very good job of closing down the fall season and opening up a new season, a new year. I want to thank you all for everything everything you do, just being here, being part of this group. I mean, we're not alone. I'm not alone. I have my students, and then I have you too, and you have your students. We are a vast network. We have tremendous potential, and all of us have that capacity to come from that cosmic consciousness that resides within us and express it through our minds and bodies and make the changes in the physical world, because all the changes in the physical world are directed from the cosmos, from nature, that which resides within ourselves. We are merely expressions of nature. And as expressions of nature, we also have the capacity to express outward into nature. Because there is, if we have the awareness of our cosmic selves, we have the ability to also express into nature and make the changes. Because consciousness is what forms the trees. Consciousness is what forms the plants and the animals. Consciousness is what forms us. We are expressions of pure consciousness, and the way we look, the way we talk, the things we say, the actions that we put forward, they're all expressions of that cosmic consciousness that lies within us, to the extent that we will allow it to express itself through us, to our ability to get out of the way and let this magic of nature happen. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be with you guys. Thank you for being part of my universal family. And so, as for the moment, I'll say, well, that's it from the center of the universe. Have a happy season. We'll see you on the other. We'll see you on the other side. I've spoken. Now you'll have to mute me because I'm not going to go looking for the button that mutes me.
Thank you so much, Don Patricio. Yellow Robe, we wanted to invite you to share. You're called.
And thank you, relatives. And Patricio, we're going to strike a fire in our teepee later, so we'll join you in prayer. And it's good just to know that we are all connected. And, you know, and the way things are out here in this world, it's so easy to feel isolated. And with the COVID and the craziness in politics and just so much going on, it's so easy just to fall into depression and and just feeling isolated. And that's one thing that I really want to let go of this year, is that separation. And although perhaps it's separation from the things that we see as normal in our lives, but it's really separation from the Creator. And that's the one step that I'd like to leave behind. And I pray that as a nation, for the people, that we can leave behind that isolation and separation and just embrace coming together and feeling connection with Great Spirit, with our lives, with our purpose in life, and just feeling alive. And I shared a short story the other night with a few folks, so a couple of you might have heard this, but it was just that we had a cedar tree come down in a storm. And, you know, it wasn't a real big cedar tree, but it was a lot of work to take care of it, to cut it up into rounds and start processing some of the little fingers into medicine. And so I was kind of going, oh my God, it's so much work. I don't really want to go out there, and it's raining and it's cold out there. And so my mind was just feeling like, okay, well, here I go. And as I started processing the cedar a little bit, the thank you song came out, and I started singing this song. Way-oh, 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 way-oh. Way-oh, 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 way. Nunca shela wapilelo, ampe tukile wakaelo, hey. Mitakuyelo, mazanitelo, wapilelo yo ayo. And just as I started singing that, the whole experience changed for me. And it just changed to an experience of just feeling so grateful to have this life and this medicine, and just seeing the beauty of the rains and the grayness, and just feeling the medicine and processing those little hands into you know, the cedar that we use. And so to me, that's just really just the simple feeling of feeling connected and whole. and being at purpose is just in those simple experiences. So, you know, I'm grateful for this day, and to me, it's a good day just to remind each other and to strike those fires and to put out some prayers. And so, yeah, Patricio, we'll be praying up here too. I don't know about all night. I get tired after a while, but we'll say some words. Oh, thank you.
So much, Robe. All of you who've shared here, just this connection today. And I thought, Eric, I was wondering, I wanted to make the request that you share more about the alignment of this winter solstice on the Mayan calendar and the energies, the bundle that's being passed tonight over this solstice time to the dawn. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And for all those who are watching the 13-day, what is it? The Mayan calendar forecast, or I don't know what the forward
Energy
forecast. Energy forecast. Yay. We have an official name. It's ending with 13 Imush yesterday. It's when so today the lotus flower opened up the mind. And as you've been following the story of all this, what we call the Chokich, the Mayan calendar, it is how the creation story manifests itself in this spiral evolutionary movement in life through the matrix. So having this alignments that talk about unification, solar eclipses, winter solstice, and tomorrow morning, Hun'ir. The ideas, all the knowledge, everything they have brought to have a full blossom flower. Now all of you have seen a blossom flower, right? Everybody seen that? You know, and into kind of but to connect to like the process in which it took, like, you know, to open for what? Why does the flower open? And why does the flower germinate with each other? They make love with across the field of all the flowers because they're supposedly unmobilized. They don't move to go make love with that one. Oh, I like that flower over there, so I'm gonna make love with that one. And that one make love with this one. No, it's just a network of the making love, the pollen. The pollen is infused with the energy to co-create, to procreate. Same as our sperm, the men, the sperm, and the women, the egg. You know, it takes the physiological alignment, the love alignment, the energy alignment to connect to each other. And of course, we know that's so simple, it makes like an explosion. When we make love, it makes an explosion. Inside that explosion, it creates the potential that we see life as. So just yesterday, I was like going through some stuff and I'm like, nothing gets shipped into this world that we need. Like we're not getting a boat full of supplies from Venus or Mars, at least not that we know of, right? Everything is here already. So 13 Imush opens to like, everything is here. So if we destroy it all, then it won't rejuvenate for the next day. Or like the next breath, it won't be a healthy breath. And so whatever is here stays here. Whatever is pollinated to create, it stays here. We're not taking anything. And then all our waste is to be designed to be the food for the next usage, for the the garden, the compost. Because if we used up all the earth, the good soil, there will be no food. And if there's no food, but the whole networks are always talking to each other and trying to balance each other up. So in this story, right now the whole blossom is open. And they say, oh, right now, people making ceremonies all over, so many more people following instructions, prophecies coming true. It's no longer some few crazy shamans or medicine people talking and everybody, kind of, listen to that, and then not paying attention. This was nature talk. So Imush is to use what we know now. It's open it's like those parabolicas, for the satellite. What is it called? It used to be the satellite, kind of half balls.
A dish.
Huh? A dish. So our mind is like a dish. Now it's open. And this nature, the universe is sending us bibliothèques of information constantly. But this time, it's alignment to say, can we unite? Can the Ometeo bring the togetherness while all this other stuff is happening? So of course we're getting torn up, like feelings of emotions. So tomorrow, Hun Ik, that which we know, that which we are like open to receiving, we can breathe it out with an intention. That's going to be our gift back. In 8 days from tomorrow, I think we have a toch there, right? Let's see, Wuku, see, we have Wuku Kanil coming up. So that which already is open, that which we're gonna bring life to it. So somebody said the reason to have the healing centers, the healing places, our nations, our people need that. So now we know that we gotta put the force of the prayer inside. We know that after the prayer comes a lot of work. So again, the unification of the architects. How are we going to put all this together? Because Wuku Kanil is, once we put it together, it's going to come and fertilize it. Because Wakshakitoch is there 8 days from now. The gift back. This is what we're going to put in. That's what we're going to, we want to complete the gift exchange. So right now it's saying, here's my gift. The satellite's open. Can we understand what is the universe is telling us? And then can we breathe life into it so that we can start structure it? How do we restructure? It's like remodeling a house. Remodeling your life is going to be harder than remodeling your house. And so what network are we going to use to communicate this to? So we use our prayer, we just use the fire, we use the air, the frequency that goes high into the higher selves of us. Kang, energy that's going to come in, that gives the energy. And Keme is right there. We're going to have to transform it. We can't go the way we are, like Vern said and others. We can't take that over to like the ceremony today in Patricio over there. We had to do that in 2012 in Patsiapa. And what a moment to be there after so many prayers, after so much hard work, after so much investment, after so much love, to walk up that pyramid with the fire on the shoulder. Like seeing the codices, like, oh my God, this is prophecy. This was told, this was written in stone, this was written in parchments. We are actors in this play of prophecy, the actors of the future of this world. And what are we going to act? That's what we're trying to purify ourselves with, right? So, Huniek is going to take us to Ish, 13 Ish. the altar, that which gathers up energies. The medicines are there, the spirits are there, the work that we know what to do is there. Sometimes we're not experimenting, we just being participants. I know my play, you know your play, everybody's play. And even if my song, it doesn't sound very nice or something, is part of the play. Those prophecies that we heard through this opening of the emush, we gotta have solutions. We don't have solutions, we might as well just say thank you and I'm sorry, I couldn't do anymore. But no, he's asking us to find the solutions. And it's part of our soul mission right now. They said we all chose to be here. Sometimes I'm like, no, they made a mistake. They sent me at the wrong planet at the wrong time with the wrong body and air, but again, I said, no, you better be grateful, right? Because, we're here now. And so it is a journey. And so 13-ish, let's look at what we want to breathe into this process right now. That we have the creativity, we know what we need to do, can we do it? We've seen big banners saying, no, we won't do it because we don't want to do it. Well, we see enough humanity saying we have to do it. The kids are asking us, you guys got to show us, and you got to, find a way that we're going to shift this. Kids are asking, and they're going to teach us, right? And so here we are. This is this moment of the flowers open. If we need reminding, watch flowers blossom. Wow, and what do we do when we want to make love? We have to open ourselves. We have to blossom up, not just our physical, our spiritual, our energy field to attract the other. Otherwise, I don't want to talk with you. No, it's not us. We don't mingle together. It's okay. It's okay. But it'll mingle to something, and something will be mingling to others, and eventually the unification must happen. Whether it's to have a beautiful world, like the intention of Patricio there in the society there, or what they're doing in the rest of the processes. All those networks are all talking, and see who's gonna talk the force, the loudest and the most powerful. So we got to do our part, and thank you for doing that, because we're here and you're doing that. I saw pipes, I saw smudge, I saw people feeling, the sharings of our elders here. And so that's kind of what I wanted to share a little bit. And I just shared something. We're gonna post it tomorrow on the forecast of that. And so that way you can, try to follow the 13-day week. It is the creation story. We can go through and say in the Pop book, in the creation story, we see the evolutionary process happening, not as a dead circle over and over and over, but over and over, and it's a fractal evolution in which we are part of. So, it's in our support to guide us to evolution, to transform. So thank you for that question, Raquel. Maho.
Manhedi, were you going to share something?
No, I was just letting people know in the chat that on YouTube is where we post the Mayan calendar energy forecast videos that we do. And we also have a Facebook group on. That's where all that is posted. If anybody wants to receive that, you can let me know. And I was wondering if we could pass it back to you, Vern, and see if there's another song or another sharing that you feel inspired to share with us, and just feeling incredible gratitude for everything that's been shared today so far.
I'm real grateful to hear all the words that have been shared and writing down a little bits here and there for the fire we're going to do tomorrow. And finally, my pipe has decided it's time we got together again. I've been avoiding that, and I'm preparing a men's lodge, and I'm going to organize it the way you have it organized there, where the lodges will be beside each other. I love that. And we'll start it at the same time. And one of the girls that I work with, she slipped out. She's a pipe carrier, so she's going to be running the one for the ladies. So that's going to be awesome. And again, I'm so blessed with being able to work with young ones who give me so many incredible lessons that as long as we're paying attention, they'll give us the guidance we need. And each and every one of us carries so much knowledge that we all bring out in each other. And it adds strength to our ability to be there when most other people will run away. What we have learned, it gives us that strength to stand there and let go. We let go, and then Creator guides us. And we're doing necklaces, and why I'm bringing this up is that if we were dropping our necklace, if we grab at it and we hold one end, we lose everything. But if we drop that necklace and we let it go, we only lose one or two pieces, or they all stay together. But it's just literally letting go. It was such an incredible lesson, and we're all laughing about it, all the youth, and a lot of them were trying it out, and they were just amazed that it worked, because there was a few of them that kept dropping their necklaces 5 or 6 times, but they just kept reaching and grabbing that one, and then finally one of the kids, they said they dropped it and they just let go. And so those little reminders are always there in everyday life, that how we can connect, how we can tap into the things we are born with. Those that are there in these ceremonies, when we fully let go, be present, those gifts are there. What anybody else is thinking of us, it doesn't matter. What we think of ourselves doesn't matter, because those are the things that add limitations to our lives. And once we learn to let go and be fully present and be ourselves, everything's so much more fun. Everybody's drawn to you. And when you're your authentic self, everybody sees you as you're meant to be seen, especially the young ones. And then they're drawn to you. And then they learn, and then they will teach you too. This one is called A Journey Home. And again, I'll explain, we composed this in Yan when we were making Edge of the Knife. And just before people started leaving, it was completed, and we figured out how we were going to sing it. This song was created for a feast we usually host every year. And this was specifically created for what was called the Bill C-31 ladies or people. It was the people the government tried to disenfranchise, but, and again, because of those words, it still has a separation in our communities and people, and those taken away to residential school, those adopted, and those just not feeling at home. The words are, "This is your homeland. your journey is complete, I welcome you, we welcome you home. And it's so important for us as people to find that place for us to call home and being welcomed back. It gives us a strength and a belonging, and knowing we have support and we're loved. It's always good to meet family, and each and every one of us, as we go forward, our family strengthens with all the lessons that we put out and all the lessons that we take in. Thank you again for letting me share, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I love you, and I appreciate all the sharing that you do, all the loving that you share, and being there for the people that reach out. How about for that?
How so beautiful. I'm gonna pass it back to you, Eric, and we're almost at the time for this call, but I know there's a lot of amazing wisdom keepers and leaders of ceremony on this call, and I just want to invite any reflections and things that come through these ceremonies in these next days. If anybody has things they'd like to share out, please send them along to us, and we would love to share some collective messages and experiences. It's so much is coming through at this time of this portal. And one of the most beautiful blessings we have at Earth Peoples United is this network of wisdom keepers, and so many different ways of praying and bringing forward that wisdom to share out. So if anybody has anything that you'd like to share from your ceremonies, please pass that along to us, and we would love to send that out and receive it. So thank you so much, and I'll give it back to you, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Vern, my brother there, and Patricio. I see my sister, Sweet Medicine, and Merle, and Sankala, Diane Mike Williams there. And wow, so much beauty of you sisters too here. So the call was to do the ground pass, but it's all good like this. So I don't know if one of you, the women, to hear the voice of you, and this time Kirana there too, Nan, and just thank you, gratitude to seeing each other throughout these years, And I know many times we have lifted each other, and many times we have forgiven each other, and we have supported each other. Many of us have been shields for each other, and I'm grateful for that, And many of you, have seen us through the transformations, and it's not easy. Gotta trust and be vulnerable, they call it, to be truthful like that. And when we make those mistakes, that's why we hear, light the fires and keep praying. And some of us have this love affair with what we've been doing throughout these years. Go up to Jaira, other places, like the fires. And when you were there in New Mexico, wow, what a beauty to see all that happened in Colorado and other places, And so, if one of you sisters, all of you sisters want to share something, I know you're heading into ceremonies, and like Eddie requests, we hear that, and so I love you, and I'm grateful for these moments. May Spirit bless each and one of you, and continue to, bring this week, to breathe through the pipe, breathe through that flute, breathe through those whistles, through your words, and send that out back as a beauty way to share to the world. So I hope, and thank you.
May I just share? I'm so sorry to be late, but I'm right on time. Sweet Medicine here. Are you gonna finish, Eric, or do I have a moment? Okay. So I'm just getting off from my apprenticeship women. There are 28 of us that met this morning. And I don't know if any of you are feeling the quickening, the vibration of this time. But I know that I missed, but I didn't miss it. And I will listen to the recording. I want to just share that this is a time for my people where we call it the flint knife. It is definitely an energetic time. And it's also something I want to share that has been experienced multiple times by me in Guatemala. And I never speak about it. I just go around silently and quietly removing these moths from the maloca. But this is the time of this special moth in my people's tradition. And this moth is the twins. the sun and the moon. These are our young women dancing in their shawls. There's many reasons for this, and it's called the Saturnian moth. And they're normally only in Canada and maybe all the way up to Haida, I don't know, and in North America. But somehow they're also in Guatemala. And so these moths end up on the floor of the Maloka after we've been in there at night and doing ceremony. And so I just want to say that today is the day of the alignment of guardians that hold energy between the sun and the moon. And so that's kind of us. And being a sacred altar, today I revealed some mysteries, because in a lot of our cultures, we see our cultural lands and our artifacts and our locations only in sunlight. But actually in moonlight is where they left the mystery. And there are places in my own Antioquia, in the arbor, that's the astronomy place, there are symbols that have been wiped out, but then they are echoed from the poles that went out, like marking the sun and moon rising, and they created the mounds. And the mounds talk about this, the duality that is facing itself and coming to earth. This moth is called Saturna. It's Saturn moth. And so I just wanted to say for us that it means that the hidden, what we can only see in the night, is not to be afraid of, but it is the doorway to the great mystery. And as the light comes during this time, we set our fires, or we become the pillars of light, we take that on. Then we invite to see the mystery that we could call night sort of a darker time, but it's not. It's that the universal forces are coming in, and that the Milky Way that wraps our earth is going to reveal some radiance to us and open up in a flash of insight, or through a song, or through an act that you do. It's going to open up a mystery that we're all going to receive. And I think it's better if I just write some of this down so that it can be passed, because I don't want to take up too much time. But to say the potency is the spiritual torches that we carry. And in the female form, all of us carry female inside of us. Your torch, your altar, your kamal, your smudge shell, whatever it is that you light during these times, they will bring you exactly what you need to carry for all of us. And if we put those aha moments together, it will be the writings of the future. We're stepping into the future. And so I don't want to say much more other than they said that there were sacred ones that would return, and they would be amongst us always. In Australia at 3:32 tomorrow, the rainbow serpent will enter the heart of what you call Ayers Rock. And so a lot of people are going to hold that energy there, as well as what we're holding wherever we're at. So I kiss the divine that chose us to be here now, that we get to witness this, because we won't be in 2s, 1s, and 0s until 101 years from now. So this is a power time. You can't overlook it. And it means the moon and the sun in the back of the night butterfly. And it's time to clear the poisons that we've carried of our genocide, of our cultures, of the fears that we've always been working about, not being afraid of them, but we're preparing. We don't need to prepare. This is what we've been preparing for. The birth of this new time, this new era. And these guardians, besides the sun and the moon, are coming to help us. So it's about leadership and power within ourselves, or the poison, if we want to listen. So I bless you, and I'm sorry to be late, but it was a profound day in class. So, and we go from here to Stephen, to Four Winds, and then into the night with other ceremonies. So I am with you, lighting the fires, saying the blessings singing the songs, drumming the drums, dancing, being the sacredness that I give thanks for, that I witness so many of these moths dancing and leaving their powder in the Maloka and Patsiapa, empowering us, the mystery that we carry, and not knowing that it was present the whole time. So I'm here to tell you that I can reveal some of this. I will write the rest of it so that you understand. Maybe you get the aha. So blessings to all of you and everywhere. I'm trying to be as many of the events as possible that I've been invited to. And you are my family. You are my familia. This means a lot. I can't even express it. It's huge. So blessings to all of you. I can't be in your physical presence, which is not necessary, but with a radiance. Thank you so much, brother and sisters, of this holding the space at the portal of an 11, going through the doorway, and this holy day that we have, which is the 20 count. You know, today our 20 count goes to 13, but now it's the mystery. So blessings to all of you. Kisses, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, sweet medicine. I know the invitation is open if there's other women wisdom keepers on the call that I'd like to share. I'm just feeling that this is just the beginning, the doorway of many ceremonies and much sharing. So okay. Just feeling like maybe complete. Any last words, Eric, that you'd like to share?
Yes. Again, thank you everyone for being present and doing what it'll take, you know, to shift this intentions that we have, what we're dreaming about. What's a lot of others are making efforts to, you know, to add now to the tired elders, to the bruised and the cut up and dismembered and tired and sometimes lost elders, you know, and that you're here, younger ones, to know, to start learning, you know, to pick up those staffs, because some, you know, as you see, our circles have been less and less and less and less, and then more and more and more young people. We need to look and train and show and tell the stories, you know. So thank you, and may we again, you know, keep bringing the, you know, the connections, the links to those hubs. You know, right now I have been invited to go to this place where I have no way to. I don't feel like I'm connecting. You know, it's kind of weird, strange. I don't even know who. Like 160 people are in there, and it's different names. You know, like Hindu names, Indian names. You know, and they talk in many languages, and I don't know what. I'm like, what am I doing here? You know, well, I was invited, and I, some of you know that I don't go into those groups where the phone is dinging every 5 minutes because somebody's saying something, you know. So this one is 160 people, like ding, 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 you know. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm just present until I adjust to the frequency there, I guess, you know, to see where is it, where are our alignments, and where are our alignments that we are all at so many different places throughout the earth. Over there in Hawaii, my daughter, and, you know, Colorado, and all over Haida and British Columbia and New Mexico, the center of the universe over there. And so, you know, it's like, wow, like some of us, we know what we did, it brought us this far. Maybe it's something we did, maybe it's much, maybe it's just a little bit, but now some of you young ones are here, you know, and can you pick up those steps? Can you do what it's going to take, you know, to receive the bundles? Because right now, some of us go and nobody has the bundles. Nobody was ready, you know. It's like, you know, that's been the story of many elders. Very few things even were recorded, you know. But we are here, and just, you know, to continue focusing on this Pashil Kayala, the places of where the sky and earth are going to merge. Maybe the whole earth, maybe everything, but it was shown that there'd be these places, you know, hubs, not the whole thing, because the rest of it is going through chaotic, you know, shifts and changes, because it did not align. Like I'm not aligning with this. Where am I fitting? Where I don't even know who I'm talking to, or when I share something, you know, there's no response or nothing. It's like, wow, it's really strange. And so, but that's how we are coming, I think, to the world that we don't know if, you know, Russian, somebody speaks Russian. I have no idea, but maybe we see each other in the efforts of what we're all doing. And so what we've been doing, as you know, is just holding our little neck of the woods here, this fire. You know, they give us instructions and they showed us so many things. And now, as you know, some of us been with us 20 some years more. And prophecies, you know, they have come to be. And like one time, I think Patricio and I, we were sharing, says, you know, it looks like we are on uncharted territories here. There's no tracks in front of us. Like, how do we, you know, what do we do here? It's like, who do we ask questions to? Well, there's the Rukush, the essence. And that's kind of where sometimes, you know, like, okay, Creator, Rukush, can you know, because I don't know, but we're getting the instructions. So thank you for that. And it was guiding us, you know, to continue. So the encouragement to do more, you know, to show up to each other and enjoy it. I know it's hard. I mean, whew, they were kicking my butt yesterday and the day before. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? But you know, feeling all this stuff, you know, and it's like, wow, everything's breaking down, everything's not working, or everything's like something's happening. And then this is working. I'm working. This, you are working. I feel I fit. Like Sweetie said, we're family, you know, and so some of us is like, yeah, come on over. The house is open, you know, and so, and I know it's been like that when I come to your neck of the woods. So thank you for the beauty, reflecting on all that has brought us here, and our altars are ready. They've been ready. We have shared many depthness into them, and we continue to do the same to prepare. Who out of the crowd will be the ones who take the bundles? Who carry these pipes? You know, or they go to the fire. They get buried, because nobody was ready, you know. But as we continue to get ready, there's, like I said, young people here now, and we're working towards the preparations for the 9 fires. We're going through learning about what is this, the embodiment of celestial supernatural forces into physical, through us, through the prayers, through our intentions, through planting a tree, planting, you know, a kiss in the ground, whatever it is going to take, in combination of all of it, you know, of us falling down and, you know, seeing each other pick up, you know, yeah, we got to pick it up. And so thank you. And may all the ceremonies coming through the next couple of days send us into a stronger motion, you know, I know we're tired. Some of us are like, oh, I don't, you know, but to see the reflections and to hear them, it's fresh wind, you know, it's hope, you know. And so may we see each other through this whole next cycle in a beauty way, you know. And so Thank you again, and much love. Tears away.